Hello everybody and welcome to Tom's Tips. Now, a lot of these tips are coming at you today from conversations that we're having at the forum at tomplum.net.boards, which are good questions, you know, and people say, why don't you make a video about that? And that's where this video is coming from today. A conversation between Ian and Crowsfoot about which is the better, the stop tap or the full bore valve, and what's the differences. Well, everybody has a stop tap in the home. It's usually the first tap that comes when the water comes in. It's the first tap that you turn on or off. And like one of them says, if you ask a customer to turn the water off, very often they'll say, yeah, I'll turn it off. Yeah, I'll do that, Tom. You carry on with your job. And they think they've turned it off, but they've not. They've turned it wider. That happens very often. So very often I'll say, no, I'll do it. Not, you know, you don't want to say no, you go and get it wrong, twat, do you? That would be upsetting. You just say no, it's okay, I do them. Most times you can put your hand in, you can feel it, turn it. Sometimes it's awkward, sometimes you need pliers on it, sometimes some joiner has filled it in and blames the plumber. Plumber shouldn't put a stop tap there. The plumber doesn't put it anywhere. It comes in the house and we put the stop tap on. But what they build around it, it's nothing to do with the plumber. Anyway, here's the difference between a stop tap and a full bore valve. This is a stop tap, and a stop tap is worked by a rubber washer in there that turns it off. So you're not looking directly, you can't see a direct flow through there because that's the income, then it comes up here and goes around the washer mechanism and comes out at this end. It's got a line of direction so you can't get mixed up, because if you put these the wrong way around you'll restrict the flow going that way. It will go through if there's enough pressure, but it won't go through that way as good as it will go that way. And like all taps, if you turn it clockwise you're turning it off, and if you turn it anti-clockwise you're turning it on. And that works for every tap, except in commercial, sometimes schools you can't get them that work backwards, but 100% of the time in a home, in a domestic situation, you'll have this stop tap which will, if you want to close it, you go clockwise. Clockwise is the way that your clock turns. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, like that. Right, now then, the next valve is the full bore valve. Now the full bore valve is used mostly on low pressure water systems. Like if you've got a tank and cylinder, these are the ideal flow to have, because you've got less pressure, and because you've got less pressure, not so much force in the water, so it's preferable then to have them full bore. Now full bore means that when I open this up, now you can see there that it's full bore. That the bore through the valve is the same size as the bore on the pipe. That's a full bore pipe, and that gives you the full bore, because if you've got low pressure you're getting the full amount of water that's coming out of the cold water supply tank, because you need it because of less pressure. So let's just clear that up as well. Pressure and volume. Pressure is what's coming through the tap. Normal cold water pressure is normally about 80 pounds per square inch, but it can be more, which is about 2 bar, I think 2.5 bar. Now if you've not got that amount of pressure, it means that when you open the tap it's coming through slower, so you need more volume. Then this tap will give you more volume of water. It's coming at less pressure, but you're getting more water through the pipe. One's pressure, one's volume. So that is a full bore. Now we've also, to confuse matters even further, we've got gate valves. Right, now a gate valve is a bigger bore. See, as I'm opening that, it opens bigger, but that's not full bore, because the bore of your pipe is there, the bore of the hole is less. So putting a gate valve on is giving you a bigger volume, but you're not getting the full bore. and that's a gate valve. This is actually a pump valve, but it's the same principle as a gate valve. It's just got a different end on this side. And that's a gate valve, how gate valves work. And these isolating valves that you get, the 15mm, like you call a baller fix, they are not full bore either. Right, so I hope you've got that. Right, so I hope that explains to you what the difference are between stock valves and full bore valves. So we'll see you again. Dilly dilly.